Hi, everyone, and welcome to the I Am Vets Community News Podcast. Today, I have with me Bishop Ron, and he is the chaplain for I Am Vets. He's also an international player on our team. So, Bishop Ron, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your military background?
Okay, I was in the Navy. Um, man, kind of nervous.
Okay,
It's all right. I'm a pastor. I get nervous.
it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, yeah. All right. My voice. I did 5.5 in the Navy, 5 years and a half in the Navy. I was an ET in the Navy. I did electronics in the Navy. So they call it payoffs third class. I was ET3. I did communication on ships, radars, and stuff like that in the Navy.
Okay. So, tell me how does that background tie into what we do here? What do you do for I Am Vets?
Right. Iron Vets, we have a transportation company, not a company, but we're doing some with the veterans transportation, which I had a transportation business.
Okay.
As in installing meters and top lights and radios. Then most is the radios of communication back from dispatcher to radio to car to dispatch.
Okay.
So that'll help out with Iron Vets and help transfer veterans back and forth to their destination.
Okay. What kind of destinations are we gonna be transporting the veterans to?
They're working on some part of dealing with motels, back and forth to the VA clinics, like in Wilmington. If they go to Wilmington, Raleigh, Fayetteville, that's the big places right there. So a lot of veterans don't have transportation. A lot of veterans don't have their disability where they can't get the type of vehicle to get there where they need to get.
That's right, because it's a very big need, transportation for veterans. I know in rural areas it's really hard to get out to Fayetteville and Durham and all these big hospitals because a lot of people aren't going in with gas prices. Even the people who have vehicles, it's hard for them to get around. So I'm sure that the community will be very grateful that I Am Vets is helping out with that transportation issue. Thank you so much for that. What are you up to overseas?
Okay, overseas, if I say Yah, it's Hebrew. God is what we say here in America.
Right.
If I say Yah, just say God. But what I'm doing overseas, we have churches over there. In Kenya, I have an orphanage, so we take care of the kids there. Be a condition assembly, where we got a school there where I help out with the school. I'm a supervisor of the school and of the church. Helping get land, but most thing is a clinic that we're working on where when they go to school and stuff, they can come back and work at the clinic, get the experience. That's what we're doing over there in Kenya. And Burundi, we have churches, whereas my wife and daughter's over there in Burundi too as well. So.
Oh, okay. So you have family, you have
Yes.
strong ties
Yeah,
over
I
there.
have family. I have a daughter. I have my sister-in-law, brother-in-law. They have a business over there. They have electronic business, which I love because I do electronics. And
Right.
when I go there, they have merchandise. They sell like TVs, audio equipment, sound
Fun
equipment,
stuff.
stuff like cameras here and everything. So I help out in the shop there in Africa as well.
All right. Well, tell us more about your ministry in Africa. I hear that you have a book ministry where you give books away.
Yes, with our school that I was so happy with the Rotary Club. They gave me a lot of math books and English books, which is good because in Africa, if you study English, you're bilingual, so that means you can speak your language in English, where you can work in a plant or a government job, and you'll be able to support your family better.
That's what's up. That's great. That's awesome. Veterans in Jacksonville. How do you plan to assist the veterans here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, other than the transportation and your and how do you assist?
Well, as a chaplain, I'm mostly like a counselor, a spiritual advisor, and as I give direction, like if you have medical needs and stuff, I can direct you to the right person, like to a lawyer or Iron Vets, for you to take care of your rating, your percentage, stuff like that. Basis probably what I do.
Broadcasting, I hear you say something about transportation, but I hear also that you have ties with broadcasting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I always wanted a radio station. That was my dream, and I'm going to have a radio station. But with a radio station, when I was broadcasting, I can tell you about the events of IMVets, what we're doing. There's a direction that's like the COVID, and dealing with, especially with COVID. With the broadcast, you can tell veterans where the nearest place to go for testing,
Yes.
for vaccination, or
Right.
more information. I like it because a lot of veterans don't know anything what's going on in the city or surrounding
Yeah.
unless somebody tells them or call them. But with the radio station, they constantly hear it.
What kind of music are you gonna play on the radio
You already
station?
know I'm a bishop. I'm a
Yeah.
pastor. So you already know.
Well, I had to ask.
It's gonna be praise, uplifting, encouraging.
And I think
But-
veterans could use
But
that.
most of all, excuse my voice loud, but we're gonna be doing a lot of history, Black history. That's why I'm excited
Okay.
about our culture. So,
All right, that's awesome.
yeah.
All right, so the radio station is going to provide what events and tell people about events and where to go.
Yeah, just like what's that, Juneteenth?
Yeah,
That's
Juneteenth is coming up,
Like,
right?
something like that, so that people know the events. We have some going towards Georgetown in the area, so people know through the radio station and know the times and the date.
Right.
If they want to be a vendor, they can come out or say with I Invest. We have meetings like once a month, and let them know that you want to come and join I Invest, be part of us, and like we got a Soldier Fest coming up.
Yeah, let's not
That'd
forget
be
about
great
that.
right there for the
Yeah.
communication. So
Mhm.
people let them know where it's going to be at. We just had a Jazz Fest.
Yeah, we got some good stuff
Yeah,
going
so
on.
that
Yeah.
the broadcast station would tell people what's going on in the community.
All right. Well, that's certainly needed. It really is needed. We definitely need to be able to disperse information within the veteran community and a veteran-owned radio station, spiritual radio station, especially whenever all the problems and things that veterans have with PTSD
Yes.
and depression and
Yes.
homelessness. I mean, even we could be able to reach the homeless veterans, by the radio station, So it's definitely a much needed added thing for the community, And if anybody wants to help out Bishop and the radio station that we're going to be starting out, just give them your number or email. Give them your email address.
Well, I'll give you my number. I ain't ashamed. You
Okay.
Call me. I'm a pastor. You call me.
All right, that's what's up.
Number is 910-381-3056. That's the cell number. Personal number, church number is 910-388-5295. That is a Bethel Saturday Church number. Call. Just call if you want the email address. I'll give you the email address over the phone. It's no problem.
All right. Well, Bishop, we want to thank you for joining us today with all your wonderful information. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the I Am Vets Community News Podcast. I'm Celeste Chandler, your host, and be safe out there.